Hello, students. Welcome to day 2, week 1 of our D Now follow-up. Just real quick, we are starting a kind of a game, I guess, a little bit. I had said sometimes I get a little long-winded and I go on a little longer than I probably should. So we are shooting to be under 5 minutes each time we do this. If I am over 5 minutes, then the next day that I get on, I will have someone put a pie in my face. That's right. Okay? So the pressure's on. I need to get in and get done within 5 minutes. That way you can get it done and you can jump into your journal and write down what you need to. But I only have 5 minutes to get through what I need to say. And we are already at 1 minute. So if I don't make it, it's a pie in my face tomorrow. So here we go. Day 2. Looking for God in all the wrong places. When things aren't going great and it seems like everything in your life is crumbling around you, have you ever looked around and thought to yourself, well, God, where are you? When things are going poorly, it's easy to blame God for not showing up. In today's passage, you'll see the disciples were having a rough couple of days. Their Messiah, the hope for all of Israel, had been crucified. Their purpose in life was uncertain. And then they heard that Jesus' body was missing. What else could go wrong? God, where are you? The truth is, God is always with us. He always shows up. Just not always in the way we choose. Sometimes God shows up, we don't even recognize Him. We're going to read Luke 24:13 through 35. Using the OPA method for Bible study, observation, principles, and application. All right, it's got a helpful tip. The more effort you put into making observations, the easier the principles and application will be to see. All right, so here we go. I am reading Luke 24:13 through 35. Looking to make it within the 5 minutes, but wanting to get the information to you. Here we go. Starting Luke 24:13. That very day, 2 of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. And they were talking with each other about all these things that had happened. While they were talking and discussing together, Jesus himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were kept from recognizing him. And he said to them, what is this conversation that you are holding with each other as you walk? And they stood still, looking sad. Then one of them, named Cleopas, answered him, are you the only visitor to Jerusalem? Who does not know the things that have happened there in these days? And he said to them, what things? And they said to him, concerning Jesus of Nazareth, a man who was a prophet, mighty in deed and word before God and all people, and how chief priests and rulers delivered him to be condemned to death and crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one to redeem Israel. Yes, and besides all this, it is now the 3rd day since these things happened. Moreover, some women in our company amazed us. They were at the tomb early in the morning, and when they did not find the body, they came back saying they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Some of those who were with us went to the tomb and found it just as the women had said. But him they did not see. And he said to them, O foolish ones, the slow of heart to believe, and all that the prophets had spoken. Was it not necessary that Christ should suffer these things and enter into his glory? And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he interpreted to them in all the scripture the things concerning himself. So they drew near to the village to which they were going. He acted as if he were going farther. But they urged him strongly, saying, stay with us, for it is toward evening, and the day is now far spent. So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took the bread and blessed and broke it and gave to them. And they opened their eyes, and they recognized him, and he vanished from their sight. And they said to each other, Did not our hearts burn within us while we talked on the road, while he opened to us the Scriptures? And they rose that same hour and returned to Jerusalem. They found the 11 and those who were with them gathered together, saying, The Lord has risen indeed, and has appeared to Simon. Then they told what had happened on the road, and how he was known to them in the breaking of the bread. All right, so that is, again, Luke 24:13 through 35. We have our observation, the principles, and the application that we need to knock out. Let's check the time. Are you kidding me? Why did we start this? This was Colleen's idea. We are at 15:46. Or I'm sorry, not 15:46, 5:46. We went over the 5 minutes. So I failed on the first day, and one of my kids are going to be putting a pie in my face tomorrow. They are going to be excited about that. Golly! Great idea, Colleen. All right. So jump into your journal, guys. We went past 5 minutes. Tune in tomorrow. There'll be a pie going into my face. Oh! No, I'm just kidding. It's all right. I'll make it. At least it's not apricot pie. See you tomorrow.